Hey, hey, hey. Time for another Out of This World story from rSpace. What should you do if you catch your partner cheating? In a perfect world, no one would do such a thing, and we'd all be happy and healthy and full of love and light and miracles. But unfortunately, people cheat all the time. And if it happens to you, you're faced with an immediate decision. What can you do right now? Today on rSpace, we look at our options. Up first, what to do when your wife is caught red-handed, or rather, bare naked. Walked in on loving wife banging affair partner while kids sleep upstairs. For the past several weeks, I've been working late nights in the office so I can finish work early so I can have breakfast with the kids and do the school runs. Tonight, the boss let me finish halfway through my shift due to the amount of work I have put in on a project that now completed. On the drive home, I was looking forward to us time with the little ones in bed, when I walked into my wife screwing some bloke on the sofa. Deer in headlight moment, I grabbed my keys and now I'm in the office wondering what the hell I'm going to do now. My phone is blowing up with calls and texts from my wife telling me to come back so she can explain. I just can't. I'm so pissed off right now. Never thought she would cheat on me. We have been happily married for over a decade. Sure, we have had our arguments over the years, but what married couple hasn't? Given her everything she asked for along with 3 beautiful kids. Advice needed, please. I'm at a loss of what to do. Update to catching wife having sex with affair partner on the sofa. Although it's only been 9 days since I posted about catching my wife having sex with affair partner on the sofa, I know a lot of you have asked to be kept updated. Before I update you, I would like to thank you all for your advice and support. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to respond to your comments due to the crap show that is currently happening until now. Well, as you can imagine, the crap has now hit the fan. I have no idea where to start. Well, I am currently off work and will be until I am ready to go back. A few of you asked why I didn't smash the guy's face in. It's mainly because if I got arrested, then social services would have gotten involved in the event of a divorce that would be used against me. I took your advice to get all the bank accounts in order and removed my wife from the kids' trust funds and my own account straight away in case she tried to empty them. She has her own account for her money she earns from work. Well, she did indeed try to empty all of them 2 days after my visit. FYI, I had already paid the bills for the house and cars days before this crap show happened. I have been to the doctors to check for STIs literally days after I posted and have been given the all clear, followed by a long meeting with a team of divorce lawyers to find out what is to happen next. Being a computer technician, I have remote access to my home computer and secondary laptop that the kids use for school work, and have found that my dear wife has left herself locked into the book of face and stumbled across message upon message to her affair partner. Photos, sexting, paid bills for hotels and meetup arrangements, etc. Turns out, this affair has been going on for 7 years now. Her affair partner is her best friend's little brother, and she has been screwing with him since he was 19. All this has been given to the lawyers as there is no going back now. I have to wait for a few months to start the process as there is currently a backlog due to the pandemic. Also, all trust in her has been completely destroyed that no amount of couple counseling will save this marriage. I returned home 4 days ago, packed her bags, and kicked her cheating butt out. The kids are with me, and after a difficult conversation with all 3 of them, they now are fully aware that Mummy is not coming back, but they also can all still see her. While I am angry with her, I won't be that parent that holds the kids to ransom. My in-laws and family are fully aware of what their sister has done. Her relationship with her family is now strained. Her bestie slated me on Facebook about walking out on her and the kids, and my brother-in-law posted the link to Reddit on Facebook so now everyone knows and the post was taken down. As for my wife, I haven't spoken one word to her since that night, and all communication will be through the lawyers now. I have text messages from her basically saying that she is going to ruin me in court, saying crap like I was controlling, abusive, etc. The lawyers have all the copies. I have deleted Facebook due to her small circle of friends sending vile messages for ruining her life. I'm currently awaiting on results of the paternity test to see if the kids are mine. The affair partner demanded to be tested in case the younger 2 are his. But for now, they're with me as my wife is living with the affair partner. Our first community reaction comes from Miss B13. Wow. She really tried to drain all the accounts and the other dude wants to know if he's the youngest kid's dad? Wow. Yeah, she really tried to. The kids' funds are nearly $10,000 each. They will receive this on their 21st birthday to do as they please. Unfortunately, the affair has been going on for several years now that there's a 50% chance the youngest 2 are mine. Troubled Manners has another thought. Ruin her skank butt. Her new address just verifies everything. She's an idiot. DOP replies, I don't usually use the main PC due to my work laptop, but for security reasons, I have a connection link to all three, so I was utterly dumbfounded how someone can leave Messenger and Facebook logged on. Estonian Soldier has the next thought. Check with the lawyer about getting cash from your ex since she was spending the family money on meetups with this guy. You actually have the evidence in the computer. It may not be worth it at this point, but at least have them take a look to see what's up. Maybe you should copy and paste some of your wife's interactions on that page where the bestie is trying to blame you. Let everyone know exactly what she did. You've got all the posts, texts, and pictures to back up any doubt they'd have. The OP responded, My brother-in-law posted my original Reddit post on her friend's comment and everyone saw it. Her friend deleted the post within a day, probably under my ex's orders. Also, the friend has backed off after my lawyer sent her a politely worded letter basically stating she will be liable for slander if she continues, so at the moment she has gone quiet. Unfortunately, it's her own money from her account she uses for the meetups. When we got married, we signed a prenup so that she has her own money and pays a monthly contribution to the joint account for bills, which we split. Mr. Chili Butcher wanted to weigh in next. OP, I am sorry that you're going through this, but now, first you should take care of yourself. It should be the first priority. As for your ex, once the paternity test comes, and if the younger two are not your kids, you can sue the affair partner for damages if you live in states. Check whether it's a no-fault state or fault state. As for your ex, she is just a lost cause. Don't entertain her, just let your lawyers handle it. Her bestie and her narcissist and self-centered friends were well aware of the ongoing affair, though I'm not sure about this, and by posting about it on Facebook, she was afraid that it would go viral. And don't worry, even if they are together after all the drama, just remember relationships which start with cheating will always end up with one person betraying the other. For now, just focus on yourself. The OP has one more response. To be honest, until the results are in, I can only hope and will deal with the fallout when I cross that bridge. At the moment, I'm strictly sticking to the lawyer's advice. As for her best friend, she has deleted the post and blocked me, thankfully. She has stopped due to being threatened with being taken to court for slander. Eek, I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. You took the proper steps by immediately reaching out to lawyers and not responding to her attempts at communicating with you. At this point, there's nothing she could possibly say to redeem herself. You staying very level-headed is also in your favor. As hard as it may seem, know that you are in charge of your own process and any closure you may need is entirely your own to give. You don't have to face this alone, and having more people in your corner who have your back is only going to make it easier for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. There is no need to wait. Find a therapist who can empathetically help you work through both your day-to-day distress as well as navigating this new world for you. Her actions are not consistent with someone who loves their life. If she wanted to make changes, she should have done that long ago and tried to communicate and work things through with you rather than choosing this path of infidelity. Remember that this is not at all your fault. Her choices are her own. People who claim to love you don't treat you like she has, OP. What would you do in this situation? Tell us in the comments below. Up next, it won't be a white wedding for this cheating heart. My now ex-boyfriend got married behind my back, thinking I wouldn't notice. Very first Reddit post here. The situation is still fresh. Happened a month ago. Sorry for the length. I, 23 female, was in a relationship with my dumb head of an ex, 26 male, for 8 years. Things weren't always easy because of her religion issues. He is a Jehovah's Witness and I'm an atheist. But still, I thought that someday we would work things out as smoothly as possible so we could be happily together forever. Since 2020, he's decided to go and live in a gated residential area dedicated to Jehovah's Witnesses. His family situation was very chaotic. He could not afford to rent a place, and me still living with my parents, they would never allow him moving in because of their principles and values. Anyway, then COVID, and many lockdowns striked, so we kept contact every day for hours on the phone and FaceTime. At some point, all restrictions were lifted, and we were able to see each other a few times a month. I work in education, so I spent my whole day at school and was only available nights and weekends, unfortunately. But we still FaceTimed during my lunch break and at night when we couldn't see each other physically. Then 2021 came around, and he started to act hella weird. Beginning of the year, he told me he was lost, that our situation was exhausting him, yada yada yada. So I gave him as much space as he needed, and he came back crawling. That was that for a good 3 months before one night I went out in a club with one of my best friends. He basically called me a slut for going out and told me that this was enough and we were done. Apart from telling him I wished we spent more time together if we had more free time from our jobs, I've never cheated or anything. Once again, a week or so later, he's freaking coming back on his knees. And like a dumb bird I am, I took him back. Things, again, went quite alright for the rest of the year. Starting of this year, we had a little fallout. Nothing real bad, just a couple of things. We talked things out, and in the meantime, I started a new job, which is 5 to 7 minutes away from where he lives since 2020. I was really excited because I thought we could spend more time with each other since we're basically neighbors. But he started to find excuses after excuses whenever I wanted to spend time with him. Still, we FaceTimed each other at night and a bit during the day, but that pissed me off quite a lot. Exactly a month ago, on a Monday, we were sending each other a few freaky texts just for fun, and he asked me for nudes. So sorry, but that's an important part. That night I said no because I was not feeling good, so we went on with our night and kept on texting and FaceTiming as we usually do. He went sleeping telling me I love you, the whole loving boyfriend package. He supposedly got sick for the next 2 days, so I gave him time to recover since he has a fragile health. Not even sure if what he told me about his health for 8 dang years was true. Thursday came around and he still wasn't recovered. Friday, same thing. Then Saturday morning came and the only thing I got was a text saying, I'm still very tired, need to rest a bit more. Dry. No emojis, no I love you. I was worried sick for the rest of the day and that night. One of my former work colleagues, she's a Jehovah's Witness as well, texted me asking if everything with the ex piece of crap and I were okay. I said yes, and then she sent me a full-on picture of him getting married at the town hall the same morning. At this point, I was almost passed out on the floor from all the panic and anxiety that came through me. I texted and called him dozens of times to try and get some form of explanation. The coward never answered, while on Monday he asked me for nudes and told me things that are not allowed in the Bible. I blocked him on every platform possible. He's wasted 8 years of my life, destroyed the very little trust I had in people. I'm healing very slowly, but it still hurts a lot. Thank you for reading, and again, sorry for the lengthy story, but I had to share it. Our first reaction comes from May Wellflower. Need to say thank you to that coworker of yours. She literally saved your life from trash ex of yours because he would have strung you along for even more years. The OP responds, I will thank her for the rest of my life. Our next quip comes from Don't Worry About It. I'd send his text messages to you, to the wife, if you can find her on Facebook or Instagram. She deserves to know. F him. The OP responds, she doesn't have any kind of social media, unfortunately. I would have done this right away. Specialist Ad 5322 chimes in, well, apparently being a good person is not a requisite for that cult. I really didn't know these people can do this type of thing and still beat their hands to their chest and come before God, seeking for forgiveness. He isn't really a Jehovah's Witness, he's just a piece of crap. All my best wishes to you. Gah, I'm so sorry, OP. There's no reason for that behavior at all. He just wanted you for himself and couldn't bear to see you happy without him. He was 100% trying to live a double life because he wanted it all. Unfortunately for him, life doesn't work that way, and you can't have everything. Shame on him for doing that, and shame on him for soliciting things from you that are inappropriate. The silver lining is that you did find out, and that you no longer have to have anything to do with him. You likely had goals for yourself. In fact, when you met your lover, you had goals for your relationship. You may have put some of those goals on the back burner during the relationship, but now is the time to start focusing on them. Maybe you really want to go back to school. Now is the time to start working on that goal. You have to put the focus back on you. You likely envisioned dating and having a lasting relationship with someone. Now is the time to focus on living your life for yourself and to think about what you want from life. So when you're ready to start dating again, you are able to find a partner who is available to you in all aspects of their lives. Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you for joining us today on rSpace. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's see what you thought of today's content in the comments below. See you soon below.